Something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Yeah, every day I worry all day.
Hi everybody, this is Ashley Ann. I am just checking in. I don't know whether I'm going to do this as a personal video or whether I'm actually going to put this up. So anyway, I'm calling these Dorable dailies, like adorable. They're not going to be adorable. I think one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing this is because I'm very, 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 very passionate about people who like, especially kids who've been living with chronically ill parents. And I've been living with my mom, who's been chronically ill for about 14 years. So ever since my brother was born, and he just turned 15, so really 15 years now. My mom has been she's been chronically ill, and about 8 years of those, she was completely bedridden. At least 4 of them, she was like, I mean, we're talking borderline coma status, where like not getting up, nothing, like not getting out of the house at all, like maybe 3 times a year. I mean, it was very, very bad. And really no one in my family could deal with it. My dad has mental health issues, which I'll get into later. But for me, this year and kind of this past year, it was really an awakening, and really learning to deal with what's actually going on. I mean, like as a kid, you kind of look to the adults in your life, and I didn't have any like outside adult support of anybody supporting my dad, supporting my mom. That just really didn't exist. Our family, like on my dad's side, they're all kind of out to lunch, and on my mom's side, there just wasn't a whole lot of knowing what was going on. So, and we live quite far away from anybody who's close, and then friends, we had moved so many times because of my dad's job, and there just wasn't really any stability. So anyway, for me this year, it's been very important to come to a self-awareness of what's been going on, and number 2, how to deal with it, because it's such a huge, it really changes your life when you live with someone who's chronically ill. There's just so many things that other people would be like, oh, that's normal, you know, your parents take you here, or you go and buy shoes, or whatever. All those things are so changed, especially because of my dad, and because he couldn't provide any emotional stability for us. Pretty much, I was a mom at 13. I would like to write something someday. I was thinking about the title of it. I would really like to call it 13 going on 30, because that's how it felt. I have more in common right now. I'm 23, almost. I don't know, I mean, I forget what age I am, but I'm almost 23. I have more in common with a mom, with moms of like teenage kids, with people who have elderly parents living with them, moms with toddlers. Like, those are the things that I relate to, because I don't relate really to the normal American, person who's just moving out or whatever, because I've practically raised 2 kids, and I'm not saying I did a great job at it. I'm just saying that's what I did. Like, from 6th grade on, I was responsible for 2 very young children. And so I just had a very different childhood than a lot of other people. Although I think it's that is something that is a need that is going to need to be met, because I think that a lot more people are really sick. And so because of so many factors, and I'd really like to get into that later, but because of, chemicals in the food, in the air, and the water, because of genetic modification of foods, people have so many different allergies, so many different diseases, and cancer is just rampant. And so anyway, but for me this year, it's about really, getting myself stable, getting myself healthy, and by gum, I'm gonna do it. Getting my family to a safe place, basically, just a safe place emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. That's a huge thing for me. And then really kind of reaching out, I think, for myself and for others, connecting with people who have had those problems. And then also a big thing for me right now is kind of figuring out the food aspect, and like the the health aspect of a lot of our underlying problems, because my brother right now, he's got Crohn's. My sisters have, well, one of my sisters definitely has lupus, and another one kind of has a form of autism. I have, you know, like anxiety, depression, more mental illness. My dad has that same thing. My mom has Lyme disease. So we're all really sick. So, and my whole like immediate family, especially on my mom's side, we all share that, and we're all pretty much just completely allergic to food. So anyway, yeah, so I'm going to work on those things, and one thing I'm very passionate about is getting a cookbook done for my family. So I'm going to try that. And basically, I mean, it's getting to the point where we're limited to like 5 things that we can eat. I'm trying to put together a list of complete foods that we can eat. So this week has been interesting. I totally cheated today. I had 2 chocolate bars. But I needed it. I really did. And then I had a perfect bar, which I don't think I should have those anymore. I think they make me react. I actually wanted to show you guys. I didn't do it the other night because I was too tired, but I got these little red rashy things. I call them like getting face stones, where it's a little pod that gets under your skin, and they itch, and you want to get them out. And it's kind of like a pimple, but it's harder. So it's like a little face stone, kind of like a kidney stone or whatever. But anyway, you get them when you have a food reaction. I do anyway. So I got some of those, and it's just not worth it. I shouldn't have, because the perfect bars, basically they have nuts, and then they have honey and fruit in it, which probably isn't that good for me, because the nuts have phytic acid, the honey is too much fructose and sugar, and then the fruit's too much sugar. So anyway, I'm working on eating healthy, and I got so discouraged yesterday. I was just like, all I can have is celery and cucumbers, and I'm just tired of it. But I decided, I woke up this morning, I'm like, nope, I can be creative. I can come up with completely anti-inflammatory foods that will be healthy for me and my family, and then, you know, hopefully I'll be able to help some other people. So anyway, that's been good. Finance stuff has been good. You know, I'm kind of really helping my family with their finances. I'm still learning how to manage my own finances. One of the main things this year is just generating more income, and that's going to happen. I have been fortunate enough to be quite, you know, good at what I do, and people are, I specialize in basically youth movement, so more people are reaching out to me, and then I need to reach out to more people and things like that, so that's going good. I feel very empowered, and I feel like, you know, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to get to the weight I want. I'm going to be able to get more work, and I'm going to help my family. I'm going to get these cookbooks out if it kills me, and I'm really, really excited about this year. So it's been a interesting January, I'll say that, but overall pretty good, and I'm looking forward to February. I'm really going to be focusing on food in February, and I want it to be food that makes you feel fabulous, because February is going to be Feel Fabulous February. So looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to having better videos. Sorry, this video is so scattered. So just remember that, you know, even in the worst circumstances, if you know Jesus, this life doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I was thinking about it the other day, and it's kind of like, you know, life really is a game. And when you know that at the end of the day, you're going to win no matter what, you play the game as good as you can with whatever cards you're given, but you don't hold on to just the game, because you know that the prize at the end is worth just holding on. You're just supposed to do what's right. And that's the way that you play. It really is. It's not whether you win or lose in this life. It is how you play the game. And, you know, play it right and really focus on what matters the most. You know, one rule that I've been having for myself is if I take away all the money aspect of things, and I take away all the power aspect of things, what's left? What's really important? Because if I don't get to have any control, because I don't get really to have any control, and if I don't get to have any, like, all the wealth of this world, because I probably never will, and I don't really want that, because this world belongs to Satan. I don't really want to be a part of his realm. I want enough for myself and to be able to help somebody, but I might never even have that. But if I take away those 2 aspects, I'm left with the human connection, and I'm working on that, on really caring about people, like in my family, in, you know, in the sphere that I'm wherever I am, in my sphere of influence, care about those people, because the human souls are what matters. So, you know, even with all the self-improvement and everything, and, you know, trying to, you know, get better at this or get a better job or whatever, it really is about, you know, can I take care of my family? Can I take care of myself? And am I caring about the people around me? And am I caring about them at a deep, deep level, you know, in the way that Jesus would care about me? Is he being my hero? And then am I able to give some of that to somebody else? Like, I don't know if you've ever felt that way about somebody, but you know, when you were little and you would see that babysitter, or like that you know, person on the poster, and you just would, you know, just die to spend an hour with them or whatever. And I think that it's important, because that's how we're supposed to feel about God and Jesus. Not that he gives us things. Like, we wouldn't even ask for anything from them, from these heroes, these people. It would just be enough to just sit and have coffee with them. You know, think about your favorite artist or whatever, you know. You'd just be like, oh my goodness, you want to spend time with me? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And if they cared about you and really looked into your eyes and really cared about you as a person, that's what you're supposed to do for somebody else. And especially kids. That's really, I feel like, maybe it's just my calling, but I feel like especially if you're a Christian, you really should be caring about kids, and then seeing everybody in the world as God's child whom he loves, and to kind of, you know, point them to the ultimate hero, and then kind of be that magic person who just really cares. So anyway, my thoughts for today. And yeah, I'll be checking in with you guys, and I really don't care, like I said, if nobody ever watches these, because they're for me, and if anybody else gleans anything, that's awesome. So, I will see you all later this week, and have a fabulous weekend. It's Thursday today, the 20th of January, and yeah, I will see you either this weekend or next week. Have a fabulous day. Bye.
Waiting for me round the corner, oh no, no.